Good morning, everybody. Tracy Brown. Sorry about the sun cutting off half my face. I'm trying to move a little bit so you can see better. So I'm doing my kind of weekly bouts around town, seeing clients today. I'm going to be busy, got my coffee ready to go. And I just want to do a quick video to talk about full permission to eat. And so something that was a really, really helpful thing for me back in the day, I was struggling. Now, it's really interesting that when I was first recovering, this is 1990, 96, 97, is that it wasn't like the low carb phase at all. It was like super, not super high carb on purpose, but just like super low fat, as low as you can get. But basically, my eating disorder was like any food group that you can eliminate, do so, and that just eliminates calories. It wasn't about health. It wasn't, back in the day, there wasn't like lifestyle change. There was just, you're doing some kind of like stringent getting rid of a food group, or counting calories, or some kind of plan that that you followed. So now most people say, oh, I don't diet, I'm just eating healthy, aka I'm doing fasting to do that, or I'm doing keto to do that, and some kind of thing that looks like it has lots of scientific backing or whatever. But what I want to say is that if you're food restricting in some kind of way, you're still dieting. So anyway, just putting that out there to you. But the opposite of that would be, I remember that I was really struggling with carbohydrates at a certain period, and not many felt safe. And so, this is not for people just restricting. This could be for if you're feeling like that you're struggling with binge eating, everything feels out of control with certain kinds of foods. I know it can be scary to eat all the foods and have full permission, because it might feel like if I just start eating chocolate, I'll never stop. But if we don't heal that deficit, or heal some level of that, getting in you what you want to eat, you're going to be binging anyway. So this video is for everybody who's struggling with some deprivation in some kind of way, mental, actual, physical, whatever. So basically, I was afraid of a lot of different kind of carbs. I really wouldn't eat noodles or pasta or whatever, but there's these dinner rolls, and I love them so much. And they were soft, but they were fluffy, but they had a little crispness on the top, and they were so good. They were from this, I don't live near a Kroger's anymore, but where I lived, when I grew up, we had Kroger. And they had these really awesome rolls in their bakery. So I love them. And one day, again, I was working with my non-diet dietitian, and she was trying to help me figure out how to get in more energy so I wouldn't feel so bingy and I wouldn't be eating pie at midnight when everybody was asleep. Because I didn't have enough white knuckling in me left anymore to be able to not eat carbs. So anyway, but there were these rolls I really liked. And she said, well, who says you can't eat the rolls you need for your carbs right now? Who says you can't do that? One, I was shocked to hear a dietitian not tell me I should eat a big variety of food. And two, I'm it blew my mind, really, I can do that? And I started doing that. And it almost, not overnight, but because I still had some calorie deficit going on, I still had some deficit of full permission to have the foods I wanted and eat that with satisfaction and pleasure. But it really helped the deficit a lot, to where I wasn't up at midnight eating half a pie or cake or whatever. I started eating pretty much all my meals. My carbs were those rolls. And it was a bridge. It was a bridge that helped me eat. Thank you, Jenna, for mentioning that. It was a bridge that helped me eat oatmeal and biscuits, because once I saw that these dinner rolls aren't magic weight gain food. They're just energy to help me have energy for my brain to work and to be focused and to not binge so much. I'm okay, I get it now. But it took me a month, and I probably ate those rolls multiple times a day, sometimes 3 to 4 times a day, a good 6 months, maybe more, because I loved them. They were really good, and I felt comfortable with them, and they were somewhat energy dense that way. I didn't have to eat quite as much. Volume's not the right word, but there's a level of it really helps you be kind of pack a punch. So anyway, I just want to encourage you all to find what feels doable to you, what feels safe enough to do to you, that doesn't totally trigger a binge, but also gets more energy, and so you don't end up driven eating or binging in the back door, like on the back end, because that's what we all do, and we blame it on lack of willpower, but it really has to do with you're just not getting enough satisfaction. You're just not getting enough energy in of that macronutrients that you need to. And so I hope this helps. It was game changing for me. I mean, there were many game changers and exercises like that over the course of the years that I was in like really focused recovery. But I would say that like that was a big one, and it happened within the first several months, which helped propel things a lot. So if this video kind of gets you started off right at the beginning, no matter what phase you're in, you haven't done this step yet, find out a food that you feel more comfortable with. So if that means you're eating oatmeal 3 times a day because that feels safe, but it helps you feel physically better, helps you feel mentally better, and it gives you like a bridge to the next step, please do it. Don't think it's too much or it's wrong or I shouldn't be eating this much oatmeal or biscuits or dinner rolls or whatever. Let it be. Let it be. And I went through a Raisin Bran muffin phase as well, where I made those constantly because I love them so much. They're sweet and they're grainy and they're dense and they're nutty, and that's the kind of stuff I liked, and so I let myself have it. So whatever food it is, if it happens multiple times a day and that's the bridge you need to make peace with a certain kind of food, then you should do it. The rules aren't whatever food rules you have, they're just prisons. They're not real. So thank you so much for watching. Please share this video. Please share it with people you think might be beneficial to them. I'd love to hear comments below about what food that you use to help, like as a bridge to make more peace. And whatever it is, it's fine. You don't have to like judge it as too much. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.